If you zoom out for a second, it's actually a really exciting time for Bitcoin and Bitcoin enthusiasts because Bitcoin has officially recovered this week from all the FTX Ponzi scheme fallout, from all the Sam Bankman-Fried drama, all that news that took Bitcoin below $16,000 a few times in the past couple of months. Bitcoin has officially recovered. We're up over $21,000. I'm also very excited to announce that I have accumulated Bitcoin. I now currently own 1 Bitcoin, and in an upcoming video, I'm going to make an in-depth, easy to follow tutorial on cold storage, self-custody of your crypto. It's important now more than ever. Time and time again, we see exchanges screwing the people over. And if you hold your own crypto, for instance, if you just used FTX as a crypto exchange, but then transferred it to a Ledger Nano X cold storage, you wouldn't have lost anything in the FTX collapse. Mention in the comments section which type of cold storage you wish to learn about the most, or which one you use, prefer, and whatever gets the most amount of comments, that's what I'm going to purchase and make a tutorial on. So with that being said, let's dive in and take a look at the crazy price action of Bitcoin. Again, it's an exciting time, and this may mark the end of the bear cycle. You never know. The bull run may be here much earlier than any of us have anticipated. So if we take a look at coinmarketcap.com, which is my favorite resource to go ahead and check up on certain tokens, coins, cryptocurrencies, we can see that if we click on Bitcoin, and if you're curious how to do it, just scroll down, click Bitcoin, or you can always search for your favorite crypto right here in the search bar, and you'll get a plethora of information, everything from volume, circulating supply, market cap. You can read the white papers, and if you're curious on what market cap is, about a year ago, I made a very helpful tutorial, market cap explained for cryptocurrency, easy crypto tutorial. I'll link it in the description. As you can see, it has 12,000 views. A lot of people have found it helpful as an introductory tutorial into what the heck market cap is and how it pertains to crypto. And so if we take a look here at the 3-month chart of Bitcoin, you will see that around here, November 5th, this was before the entire FTX Ponzi scheme collapsed. And you can see that Bitcoin actually at one point went below $16,000, and it did so several times, but it always recovered quite quickly. And as you can see here, this support line shows 16,550, so somewhere around 16,500 is where a strong support line was created for Bitcoin, and it touched it a few times, but it always went back up. And right now, although it's only 2 touch points, you can see that there is a resistance potentially forming at 21,400. And if you're confused why I'm saying 21,400, yet it says 16,000 next to that red dot, make sure that you're looking at the left-hand side. That's actually the price. What that red dot is showing is the price on the date that I'm pointing to. So if I scroll to the right, you see that changing. But we're looking at the number all the way on the left, which is in US dollars how much 1 Bitcoin costs. So it's interesting to see exactly how decimated Bitcoin got after the FTX collapsed. But as you can see in what this video is all about is that this gap down right here, that occurred because of the FTX collapse. Bitcoin has now regained all of that loss. If we take a look at the 7-day, it looks very bullish. I mean, a week ago, this was trading at 17,400. I actually purchased Bitcoin around a week ago, and I will show you my position in a second. I'm very proud to finally be holding exactly 1 Bitcoin. And for me, that's enough. I'm not a wealthy person. I do want to have skin in the game. And so having 1 Bitcoin, just in case that Bitcoin rises quite high, also it diversifies my investment portfolio. And I'll give you a couple of other reasons why I am bullish on Bitcoin, and potentially a couple of ways that I see Bitcoin getting demolished in the short term and even maybe the long term as well. So stick around for that. But if we take a look at the 1-year chart, you'll see that Bitcoin is not doing too hot. 1 Bitcoin that you bought towards the end of March of 2022 for 47,000 at around the end of November cost only 16,500. That's definitely disappointing for Bitcoin proponents, Bitcoin bulls, but everyone who truly understands crypto, truly understands Bitcoin, understands that there's going to be these crazy price fluctuations. If you look at the all-time chart, I mean, every time that there was a bear cycle, the bull cycle completely wiped out any previous records of gains. And so the bulls for Bitcoin, they are hoping that history will repeat itself, that this right here where we saw the peak of around $65,000 and now it's tanked, we're in bear market territory, that a few years from now people will be scoffing and saying, oh, remember when we thought that the record peak was 65,000, now it's well over 100,000, whatever it is. I mean, again, anything can happen in Bitcoin, in the crypto space, in stocks, in investments in general. No one really knows. No YouTuber, not your mother, not your father, not your favorite analyst, not even Nancy Pelosi knows what's going to happen next, although she sure does get a lot of insider information. So right here, you can see that I own 1 Bitcoin and currently I'm up almost 4.5 grand, but I'm not worried about that. This is going to be a long-term investment for me, hopefully. However, if Bitcoin goes on a very, very fast run, then what I'm going to do is probably take out my profits, because I am not a believer in anything just having amazing returns really, really quickly. I think as quickly as you can make money in crypto and stocks, as quickly you can lose it. And so if it goes on a run very, very fast, then I will go ahead and probably take out some profits or maybe take out all of it. And if it is slow and steady growth or even plateaus and then grows over the long run, I'm very comfortable holding it. I'm happy to be having exactly 1 Bitcoin as of now, and that is a big achievement for me. If you guys are building your crypto portfolio and you're not well off, you're like me, then you know that owning 1 Bitcoin, it feels pretty good. It feels like an achievement. So to round it out, let's just cover a bull case and a bear case. And for some of you that don't know, when this channel just started, I used to call it the bulls, the bears, and the bats. And I would basically give a bull case, bear case, and a batshit crazy case on several cryptos, stocks, whatever I was covering in the video. So the bull case for Bitcoin is it is global, it is decentralized, it is unstoppable. Exchanges can get regulated out of existence. You're going to see the Fed bring down the hammer. You're going to see the SEC bring down the hammer, but they can't stop Bitcoin. It is global. Nearly every country in the world uses Bitcoin, has some of its population use Bitcoin, whether it's legal or illegal there. It doesn't matter. It's happening. It's too late to stop Bitcoin. Also, smart money will diversify into Bitcoin. There is so much smart money. There are so much hedge funds that are waiting. They're holding their capital on the side. But they can't do that forever because they have clients or they don't want to miss out, right? They can't collect fees from their clients to go ahead and invest if they're doing nothing and just keeping it on the sideline. They have to create action. They have to allocate the capital. They have to put it to good use so that hopefully it makes some returns. And I feel with the way that Bitcoin has been now, especially that it's over $20,000 now, still very, very low, relatively speaking, to what we saw a year ago, a year and a half ago, when it was over $60,000 for 1 Bitcoin in USD. And so I feel like smart money is going to pile back in. And if Bitcoin starts to run, you're going to see FOMO propel that even more. It's going to be good times in the Bitcoin world. It's a global currency. It's not going anywhere. And some would argue a Bitcoin maximalist perspective would say that these exchanges collapsing, these shitcoins being found out and burning, when they get completely eviscerated, this doesn't hurt Bitcoin. It just proves that Bitcoin is the premier crypto. It is the one, and the others are just slowing it down from mass adoption and from growth. Sure, many can coexist. I do think that Ethereum, Solana, some of these others have a place. Me personally, I am a Bitcoin bull. It's Bitcoin maximalist strategy for me in 2023 all the way. The bears, they're going to say Bitcoin will be inferior to Ethereum in the long run, to some of these other coins and tokens that can do and have the smart contract functionality that Bitcoin does not. Bitcoin is not a hedge against anything, they will argue. It's not a hedge against inflation. Some others are going to argue that Bitcoin's going to get hacked. These supercomputers, there's a lot of talk about that. And there's always the chance of Satoshi Nakamoto, whoever that is, a person, an organization, they hold a lot of Bitcoin. They have huge accounts. And if they go ahead and sell even 1 Bitcoin on their massive accounts, this is going to cause so much panic selling. And imagine if Satoshi Nakamoto went and emptied out his entire wallet, just sold off his entire position in one shot. That would bring Bitcoin to near $0 in an instant. Sure, it might go up from there, but that would be insane. And a lot of bears on the Bitcoin side, they like to talk about this conspiracy theory, but it's not really a conspiracy theory. We know that these whale wallets exist from Satoshi Nakamoto in the Bitcoin space. And just because over the past decade and a half it's never been touched, doesn't mean that that can't change in the future. Remember, it's all a game. Stocks, crypto, corporate, whatever you're in, however you're making money, zoom out, it's all freaking game. So enjoy the ride, learn the rules, and no matter what you're investing in, what you're following, please pay attention to your mental health and make sure that you are not investing more than you can afford to lose. And make sure that if you are investing, you are not losing sleep at night, you're not losing relationships, losing friendships, because certain investments might not go the right way. Keep it in perspective. 2023 is going to be a great year. I can't wait. Thank you to all the loyal subscribers that are helping this channel grow. I will see you all in the next video.